Let's look at some Tekken 8 Steam reviews, shall we? Recent reviews, mixed. Man, uh-oh. That's not good. Need some balancing. Monetizations were a shock, but overall I am having fun learning and getting slammed. Okay. And when was that? That was April 10th? Oh, that was today. Oh, that was today. Okay. So let's check this one out. Also today, adding microtransactions post-launch is crazy. I'm gonna upvote that, because that's so real. Also today, extremely unbalanced and unopinionated combat. What does unopinionated mean? With an oversaturated and over-the-top anime-fied character designs with a toxic and arrogant cesspool of an online community, the franchise deserves a better leadership and team of developers that would honor and remain true to the real essence of the series. What about an old man with crazy hair doing lightning fists doesn't fucking scream anime to you? What in the world about a man throwing his son into a volcano, that same son throwing his dad into a volcano, the dad murdering the mom because the mom has a secret devil gene inside of her that will infect all of his bloodline, doesn't scream anime to you? What the fuck is this guy talking? Tekken is anime. Tekken has like full-blown been anime since like Tekken 3. It's like Tekken 3. The problem is, maybe he means the combat, and I will admit there's some new crazy funny things that shouldn't exist, but I'm not sure that any of them are that different and egregious that are I wouldn't say that they're not a natural evolution of the series, right? We started getting wall breaks, we started getting floor breaks, floor blasts, we got the rage art and rage drive mechanics. He is just like a natural evolution of what Tekken is, right? But with like a more aggressive spin. Yo, what up, Panda? What up, Panda? Alright, let's look at the next one. You can suck my battle pass, instant deinstall. What does that even mean? This is a very high-priced game, and you decided to milk your community 3 months after launch. Should be free, and you should be punished. I don't like battle passes in full-price games either. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a big fan of battle passes in full-price games, especially if they're gonna suck. Like if you're gonna add a battle pass to a full-price game, you better make sure it's fucking good and worth it, you know? Because if it's not worth it, then you're milking your player base and it's fucking awful. Alright, let's see. There's 2 more negative ones. Holy crap. Game has genuine concerns that need addressing, such as plugging and a general game balance. But Bamco instead prioritizes taking down mods, and it'll hurt their revenue from their cash shop. Actually laughable decisions. So when you say plugging needs to be changed, you know what's so weird? I know so many games that don't at all punish people for deserting a match. Even in like team games, like a game like Halo Infinite, a game like the Finals. I think that there's like you have to like wait longer if you queue after rage quitting or something in those games, but that's like it. People want pluggers banned, and I think that's so fucking weird. Like, move on with your day. You know, you beat them, you didn't get their points because they were mad and they're a crybaby and turned off their video game, but oh well. I've been playing 3D fighting games my whole life, and it's like the most normal thing. I get way more plugs in 3D fighters than I've ever gotten in Street Fighter, and I'm new to Street Fighter, and people fucking hate playing against me. I'll let you guys know. I go to locals and people are like, I hate losing to you, you are the dumbest player I've ever played, and somehow it just works. And people fucking hate it. I'm surprised I get more rage quits in 3D fighters than I do in 2D. So like, and then it says general game balance, right? It should simply count as a loss. That's it. Yeah, it should count as a loss or a win, right? Like maybe you don't get their point, maybe they don't lose points or whatever, just in case it was a disconnect. But you should at least get points. It should count as a win for the opposing player. That's it. That's all you need. Like it doesn't, and maybe put like, have the disconnection rate showing and put like a yellow card on their profile so they also queue against other people with higher disconnection rates above like 10, you know? I don't know. That seems very strange. And then general game balance, this is like someone who's like more competitively minded and is mad that certain characters are too strong or overtuned. Dragunov, Azucena, Ling Xiaoyu, blah 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 blah. Games will always have powerful characters. Like, this is irrelevant. That is the dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard. Who cares? Especially when a game's this fresh. The game's so new. I don't really like to see big changes in games when they're extremely new, and I'll talk on that here in a little bit. But let's read the rest, or the next one. This game is garbage. No cohesion or identity, moves that steal turns, and no reason to play defensive. If you want to rank up, abandon your main and play one of the new characters. No rewards for skillful play. No reason to commit to understanding the game deeply. Most top tiers are boring to watch, and player matches are more fun than any matchmaking. It's like a 2D tag fighter without the extra characters, one-button supers with heat smashes and free pressure strings. I've played since Tekken 7, and this game is nothing like it. Thank God it's nothing like it. New player-friendly mechanics that make the game a lottery of who presses the heat engager first. You can lose a match by blocking correctly because heat makes no sense in this game. Legacy skill means nothing. Overpriced and aggressive monetization, overpowered DLC. There's no DLC out yet. Will not stop coming out. There's no DLC yet. The only DLC out is Eddie. He's the only DLC out yet. Hold on. Either embrace the scrub mindset or play a different game. Could be worth it in about 3 to 4 years, and by that point I expect the game to have died completely in popularity. Not good balancing if over 40% of your players are above 60% of the rankings. That's a lie. Like, the vast majority of the player base is in, like, Garyu. Hello? You don't even know what you're talking about. Which just might be genius considering the inflation of ranks makes players feel good at the game. High purple ranks will not block reactable lows and can be scrubbed out. Crappy, I'm sure that says worse. I think it's supposed to say like shitty game from a shitty company. That was a scrub quote. Holy shit. That one's pretty good. No cohesion or identity. It's a 3D fighter with like a focus on aggressive play, unique and interesting characters. Okay. First things first. If you want to rank up, abandon your main and play one of the new characters. So do you like Tekken 8 now? I think it's bad, but like I don't think it's bad for any of these reasons. I just despise Tekken because movement is safe. If you made movement is safe and movement techniques are required to be good at a high level, like things like Korean backdash. If Korean backdash was easier, or there was like a say there was a dash macro in this game. So there's like a dash macro, and you could just like press the dash macro, then press down back, press the dash macro, then press down back, right? Something like that. And they made Korean backdashing easier, and they made sidestepping unsafe, like -10, -12, nothing crazy. They just made sidestepping unsafe. I'd be fine with this game. I wouldn't hate it. It's a fundamental thing with Tekken, but I don't like that. I don't like this game because it's the only 3D fighter with safe movement. That's all it is. I think 8 is better than 7. Like, me personally, I like the focus on aggression, the added layers of extra 50-50s on top of the normal aggressive 3D 50-50 style, right? Generally, 3D games, if certain things are not fuzzyable, it's about timing and 50-50s. And now people hate the fact that there's forced 50-50s, but the reason why they had to do that is because Tekken 7, there was no way to safely enforce offense without having to worry about backdashing and magic fours, which made the game so defensively oriented that it was fucking boring to watch. It's insane that this guy said most of the top tiers are boring to watch. Did he not watch any of the high-level play of Tekken 7? Brother, it was shoot for infinite azure, get backdashes, and get a counter hit 4. Like a magic 4. That was... What? It was bait them into making a mistake, make them whiff, and kill them. And it was in the same amount. I think combo damage is actually lower in this game than it was in 7. They had to add more health to characters than 7 because the damage was too high, and it barely did anything. The problem is he said he's been playing since 7, and this game is nothing like it. So if you're justifying your hatred for a game based off of just the last entry, that's pretty bad. But, I mean, it's fine. It's an opinion. You're allowed to hold that opinion. But I do think the game is not great, but it's just a fundamental flaw with Tekken design for me that makes me not like Tekken 8 that much. Like, overall, it's fun to, like, get in there and press some buttons in. And then at the higher levels of play, there is way more skill expression than just mashing on it. Like, this guy is probably really bad. He's probably, like, in purple ranks or something. And he's like, yeah, this game is bad, you know, man. I was fucking purple ranks in the last game. I'm purple ranks in this game. And these players in purple now are way worse than the players in purple in the last game. Yeah, probably. But you're in purple. My good sir, you're not very good at this game. Like, you're not the ultimate authority on the understanding of high-level Tekken. Neither am I. I'm in fucking Raijin, for goodness sakes. Alright, let's look at another one. I picked Asuka as my main because she is hot. Okay, alright, well, that is a positive review. Love that. Oh, there's another positive one right here. If you win, and your character is OP, it doesn't count. If you win, and my current character is not top tier, I only lost because my character sucks. If you throw me, even though throws have been in this game forever, the loss does not count. If you don't... This is a meme, right? This is a meme, right? You are not a real Tekken player and just use broken characters like King, Azu, DJ Jun, Xiao Yu, Dragunov, or Fang. Get off the game. You are not allowed to have fun and use who you want. You must play real Tekken. This guy sounds like this is a scrub quote too. It's probably mostly a meme. All right, let's read some more negative ones. I like reading the negative ones. If microtransaction items are worth $10, a sixth of the price of the base game per season, at least make them look good enough to be $10. That's all I'm saying. Cyber suits and hairstyles should not be the past prize. Should be the past prize, not a fucking ball and some phrases. You know what? I'm gonna thumbs up this. That's so real. Honestly, he's right. I don't hate microtransactions. I hate shitty microtransactions. If you're gonna charge me for something, at least make it cool, or I'm not gonna fuck with it. I never have a problem buying, Fortnite battle passes because one, I get my V-Bucks back. Two, the skins are genuinely cool. There's always at least 2 or 3 skins in the battle pass where I'm like, I would have paid 1,000 V-Bucks for that one skin, or 1,500 V-Bucks for that one skin. But now I can just grind for it by paying 1,000 V-Bucks. Cool. Like, just if the microtransactions are cool, I don't care. And as long as they remain horse armor, at least in fighting games, as long as they're horse armor, which just means that they're cosmetic, I don't care. That's fine. Whatever. Interact with them if you want them. Don't interact with them if you don't want them. Oh, here we go. There's a lot of improvements from the previous game. Thank goodness. But since launch, each update has added more and more negatives. At a certain point, it becomes a better experience to just play Tekken 7 instead, where you can enjoy more characters, stages, and customizations without increasingly predatory monetization. Now, there's one fatal flaw with that. 7 and 8 don't particularly play the same, but I will admit, people really hate scummy monetization issues. And because of that, it makes this kind of sentiment more appealing. Like, I don't even want to interact with the new game. The problem is you've already paid the initial $70. So because you've already paid the initial $70, they already got you once, bro. That's the issue. They've already got you. So now it's just about not giving them any more of your money. It doesn't matter if they're like, look, we have one more player online. Like, you're not padding their player numbers as one person. What's really going to hurt their pocketbooks is no one buying the microtransactions if they're not worth it. So that they're forced to make the microtransactions cool. Good game, but nobody plays patiently anymore. It's like you're fighting the same person on different characters every time. It gets stale after a while. Why would anyone want to play patiently? Motherfucker, I didn't pay $70 to block. What the hell? I had the same feeling I had when I first played Tekken 5. That sounds good. This was March 16th, so the monetization already started. What is this? I will always press buttons and never learn neutral. Neutral is a fabricated myth by Big Fighter. Press buttons, get stupid, never respect your opponent. I love this guy. This guy's on to something. This guy is on to something. Okay, what other recent fighting games have came out? The Tekken ones are funny, right? So the negative ones are generally monetization. We can just throw that out there. The negative ones are generally monetization issues. Balance issues. I have to put that in quotations because what is a perfect patch for you is the worst patch in the world for someone else. We'll talk about that later. Or the game not feeling the same as the previous iteration. Those are like the negative things we've seen. But overall, like, Tekken 8 is a good package. The game itself, like, it has a story mode, it has Tekken Ball, it has a nice little arcade quest thingy as another single player experience. It's got the online lobbies for people who give a shit about that. It has ranked, it has casual match, and it has a whole host of characters and cool stages, right? So when you think of, like, what's cool in a fighting game, it's very cool. Maybe mechanically you don't agree with it, or maybe the underlying design philosophy of Tekken 8 you don't agree with, but that doesn't inherently make it a bad product. It makes it a bad product for you. These were fun to look at, and I think I'm going to look at some other games as well. So we're just going to get into the next game. What's another recent game, chat? Mortal Kombat 11. Chat. No, I think Mortal Kombat 1's the newest one, right? Mortal Kombat 1. It's asking me my birthday. Where's 95? And that feels really fucked up to say 95. Fuck. I guess I'm not that old, whatever. 30 August 95. Yeah, okay, that's me. I have to make sure I had my birthday right. Woo! Okay, let's look at the recent reviews. Alright, let me pull this up. And now we're going to look at the reviews, at least some of the recent ones, of Mortal Kombat 1. Ooh, not recommended by my friend. Not recommended by two of my friends. We'll avoid those, because those are, like, more competitively minded people. I want to see what, like, casually minded people say. Garbage game. Mortal Kombat 1 barely has any content after you beat the story mode, and invasions is very boring and tedious. The customization is very limited, and yet they choose to lock most skins behind a paywall. Speaking of paywalls, a full-price game must never have predatory monetization, and it does, unfortunately, just like Tekken. They already charge you $70 plus $30 for a combat pack, then they want us to pay $10 for each premium shop skin. Performance is garbage after all these months, and online is still problematic. My last issue with MK1 is personal, and it's this new era which sucks. They made changes nobody asked for. Kuai Liang is now Scorpion. Raiden and Rain are not gods anymore. Daryu is Havoc. Is he? I don't know. I didn't fucking play the story mode. Xiao is worse and is a jobber. He was a jobber in the last game too. Outworld and Edenia are one realm for some reason, and most characters are underdeveloped. Also, another thing, and it's the last for real, Titan Shang Tsung is the final boss, and he is one of the worst final bosses in MK history. His fight is literally a regular fight, and the only different thing about him is that he is wearing a Titan costume and has Quan Chi by his side as a cameo. Bro has 95 hours in the game. I think he's got some authority. I can't speak on any of this. I have no idea if this is... No, that's hilarious. You guys see that? It says MF Coffee booted up Mortal Kombat 1. MF Coffee did not recommend this game, by the way. How are you gonna boot up? You left a negative review, my brother! You are exhibiting symptoms of Stockholm Syndrome! Get off the game! Glitches and bugs, constant crashes, dropped inputs, inconsistent armor crushes. Seriously, I feel like I'm playing a game from 2013. We've got players rubber banding across the screen, or just jittery as hell, unable to react to anything they do. No point in learning frame data or defense, since you won't be able to get your punishes, and you'll never get your blocker time. Save your money and wait for Tekken 8, or just play Street Fighter 6. Oh, and my specs are well above recommended. Brother, what the fuck are you doing on the game after this review? Why is this a positive review? Cameos are dumb, and this game is huge. No need for it to be 120 gigs. The story mode. The story mode's massive. Between Guilty Gear, Tekken, Street Fighter, and MK1, don't get MK1. I mean, I would agree, so that's fine. Okay, this was left March 26th. Bought the full edition of the game and got early access. It's 6 months later, and the game is still unfixed and unfinished. It sucks, and they watered the characters down. Gave legacy moves to cameo characters, then brought in 2 cameos that are so brain dead that frame data doesn't matter. Okay. Coming from fighting games where you actually have to study the game and know how to punish unsafe moves, guess what? In MK1, where people make mistakes and do really unsafe things, they benefit from losing and get free combos or getting beat up because the cameo takes a free turn and interrupts you in the middle of your punish. Have you never played a tag game? The loser gets rewarded for losing at the game. NRS sold us a game, then ruined it afterwards and made it worse. Guess what? The DLC we paid for 6 months ago still hasn't came out, and apparently they're adding new DLC. I'm a diehard MK fan that plays every day and learns the game at a deep level trying to get good at it. Bro, go play Tekken or Street Fighter. This game is bad. Sincerely, a diehard MK guy. So you just never played a tag game before. You try to punish something in a tag game, and you're like, you punish early or you punish late, and you just hear like, Dante's like, jam session! You know, like he fucking plays the guitar on your bitch ass. What? That's fine. That's normal assist-based fighting game things. I'm not worried about that. What I'm worried about is a lot of the other things they said in here, right? Like, characters being watered down, the game feeling unfixed or unfinished after 6 months. That is kind of bad. That's not a good thing. Okay. Let's read another one. Oh shit, this one looks long. You think it's a scrub quote? This guy got MK for free. I think I want to read this one because he got it for free and he's still slamming it. Holy shit. One day MK was my entire life. I knew every single dialogue line from every single MK game by heart. How to not get pussy 101. Alright. I could speak them out before they were even set on screen. You can stop now. I loved the mythologies behind every single character bio, and in general, the story was fantastic, involving feelings from the 80s fighting game movies mixed with mythology's background in one package. Holy shit, you can fucking stop. In 2017, I got a job offer to work on MK11, and life couldn't be better. That game completely ruined my interest in the series because of how bad the story was and how bad the characters were designed, mixed with the mobile strategies and the Towers of Time, etc. However, the DLC brought back some hope. At least the aftermath was good. Why is this on a MK1? This should be for MK11, right? Shouldn't this be an MK11 review? What the fuck is going on? One of the most boring games I have ever played. Alright, fair. Shit mid as hell. I love that it bleeped out shit. Shit mid as hell. Game is awesome. I love it, but it lacks content. 9 out of 10. Okay. The story was way better than MK11. I will be waiting for continue to see what they show us at the end of MK1. Okay. Hot lizard girl. Oh, okay. Why booba smaller? You fucking MK players are so horny. What up, Rico? How you doing, man? Why booba smaller? His name is Milky Honky. With the fucking 4 X's like he's a 12-year-old on Xbox. Holy shit. The MK ones are pretty funny. The MK ones are definitely really funny. This one is so big, and the one thing I disagree with here is just this. This right here. Like, this is just a tag problem. Coming from fighting games where you actually have to study the game and know how to punish unsafe moves, guess what? In MK1, when people make mistakes and do really unsafe moves, they benefit from losing and get free combos for getting beat up because of the cameo, in quotations, takes a free turn and interrupts you in the middle of your punish. My brother in Christ, if you know that they have a cameo available, do a smaller or a faster punish to grab the cameo and them. What the fuck is your problem? Grow up! That's called adapting, you idiot. What the fuck? You think I'm cool with just swinging into people in Dragon Ball FighterZ knowing they have a Yamcha assist? No, nigga, I don't want to get hit by fucking Wolfbang Fist. Duh. Like, what the But everything else here is fine. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. The MK1s are pretty funny. The MK1s give me big laugh. MK1 just looks like shit and feels like shit. That is an opinion. That's a fair opinion to hold. I'm not a big fan of Mortal Kombat 1 from like the 30 minutes I've played of it and all of the amount that I've watched it. I watch other people play it because I love fighting games, so I'll watch people play whatever. You could show me an hour of people watching, like, of people playing like Ultra Fight Dekyanta, and I'd be like, yeah, like, this game is fucking sick. Am I gonna play it for an hour? No, but I'd watch it for an hour. That sounds fucking awesome. MK1 looks phenomenal. To a point. Like, what they tried to do with MK1 is the same thing they did with MK11. What up, Dom? How you doing, bro? What they did with MK1 is the same thing they did to MK11 to a fault. And that fault is they made it look hyper-realistic. There's no art style. There's no visual representation coming from the game. It doesn't have an identity. It just looks realistic. Like, you could take these characters and then put them as skins in Call of Duty, and they would look like they'd fit because it's just visually realistic. It doesn't have a style. It doesn't have flair. That's something that the old MK games had, right? The original 3D era. The 3D era, by that I mean the games that were first in 3D. Deception, Deadly Alliance, and Armageddon. I think I said them out of order. Deadly Alliance, Deception, Armageddon, Unchained, which is also just Deception. Anyways, those games had visual flair. They had an art style. There's no fucking... It's purposely done, and it looks so drab. I'm not saying that it's not a decision. It's a decision, but it's a bad one. It's a fucking awful... You can use voice actors, and you can use mocap, but not have the game look so hyper-realistic that it doesn't have flair or style. It's possible to do. For instance, the old Assassin's Creed games... I think even a perfect example is a game like Until Dawn. Until Dawn had an actual visual style. Like, you could feel that it was supposed to be something like a horror movie. The setting had a feeling, but it was extremely realistic looking. Like, there was nothing wrong visually. It was a beautiful presentation that looked realistic, but there was something about the style that they portrayed. Same thing with even something like Resident Evil 4, the new Resident Evil, which looks hyper realistic to a fault, same way as Mortal Kombat 1. But the setting and the tone, they feel like something. I don't feel anything when I watch MK1. I don't feel anything. I do like that the stages are brighter, but the characters don't give me any feeling. They don't invoke anything. Well, if you look at Street Fighter 6, the characters are real too. Not that real. Street Fighter 6 characters are not nearly as realistic looking as Mortal Kombat characters. Resident Evil 4 looks more realistic than Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6 has an art style, and they're built on the same engine. Mind you. They're built on the exact same engine. And here's another example. MK1 is built on a modified version of Unreal Engine 4. The same engine that, for years, powered Fortnite. You can do multiple things with an engine. It doesn't have to look super realistic because the engine can do it. That's a fool's errand. It doesn't make for a compelling art style. And fighting games, in a sense, have always been somewhat about the art. Like, you can look at the visual style of Soul Calibur, right? Soul Calibur 6 looks better than Tekken 7, because it was newer, but I think they were running on the same engine, an early version of UE4 versus the later versions of UE4. But you could feel some sort of aesthetic coming off of Soul Calibur 6. Like, the characters have bigger eyes than normal, almost anime looking. The lighting invokes like a sort of anime feeling. That doesn't happen in Mortal Kombat. There's nothing going on special. It just looks visually stunning in a way that is hyper realistic. And I think it's boring, me personally. What other modern fighting, what other recent fighting games have came out? What have we had? We've had Under Night In-Birth 2, right? Or Grand Blue Rising. We should look up Grand Blue Rising. Let's see how people are feeling about, oh god, mixed? Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look. The reason this game's recent reviews have dropped to mixed is because the price just dropped in some reason due to additional original pricing, and some people who bought the game recently are angry they paid the original price. Rating a game poorly because someone after you got it cheaper is dumb. Yeah, that's like people saying, motherfuckers, we have to pay for college. College shouldn't be free for you Zoomers. That's so stupid. Sorry that you're a boomer and you had to pay for college. That really sucks. But I think the generation under me should get college free. Yeah, give it to them, man. Fuck yeah. What? Okay. Oh, Breath, I don't see any negative ones. Oh, I see one. I've only played this game a few hours, but by far this is so far this is one of my most favorite fighting games. There's a lot to love about it, but here are some of the things I think are strong points. Super accessible, fantastic art style, fun online feature, plethora of modes to mess around with. Definitely, if not the best entry points for a beginner player, and one of the best fighting games on the market. Nice. Okay. It's kind of like a fighting game, but instead of hating myself, I hate everyone else. Fair. Alright, let's see this negative one. Everything are good in here except high ping with +7 rollback frame. I got decent with other fighting game. The worst rollback, average 2 in other games. Until I get this issue solved, kind of a bummer, sticking with offline for now. It sounds like they live in a region where there's not a lot of players. That sounds like the issue. Vera is cool. I wish gay people were real. Okay. Gameplay-wise, is definitely a step in the right direction from Versus. Overall, feels better, though. Much snappier with each fighter, and each fighter adds variety and fun to the game. Not really a fan of the Battle Pass. I prefer buying the skins and cool stuff directly. Regional pricing came definitely late, but I appreciate Cygames adding it, hence my recent purchase. Would love to have the local game modes like co-op versus had. I hope something in regards to that get added. Wait, what? What is this -1 for? Let me read this. This was 7 days ago. The game is really cool and I love it, but I can't recommend a fighting game that does not allow new players to train against a character if you didn't have him/her. You could have just said them, dude. For example, Lucius and 2B are complex characters with frame traps and or long-range attacks, but I can't go into training mode to see the frame advantage and try to get punishes. I can only struggle when I tag one, not understanding what is happening and getting abused again and again, or I have to pay. Yes, they leave you the choice. I will change this review when they allow every player to train against any fightable character, or they can let the player banish some characters from queue, but it wouldn't be a true solution. I think this is a problem in multiple fighting games, isn't it? Without like rental coins or rental passes in Street Fighter, you can't lab against the characters in Street Fighter 6 unless you buy them. Same thing with Soul Calibur 6, same thing with Tekken 7, same thing with Tekken 8, same thing with Mortal Kombat 1. If you don't buy a character, you can't lab them, right? So like this is just a general fighting game issue outside of like a game like Brawlhalla, which lets you practice mode every character and against every character, even though you have to unlock them all. Like a lot of like free to play games where you have to like unlock characters or buy characters like League of Legends, Brawlhalla, Paladins in the training mode, in the shooting range or whatever. You can try that character and like learn what they do or learn what to do against them, but you can't play them, right? So if you're coming from free-to-play games that have that sort of a model, like a League of Legends style model, I could see this not making sense and like it being frustrating. And I agree, I think it's really stupid. But this is like a long-standing problem with fighting games. So like if you're gonna leave this review under Granblue, you should go leave this exact same review under every single other fighting game that you've ever played. That's not Brawlhalla. That's just me. I guess Fantasy Strike, sure, whatever, right? Let's see what this one says. Coming from someone that bought the deluxe edition from the get-go, I still find it messed up. They charge $25 extra for upgrading from the standard. And now that they're adding a battle pass with exclusive rewards that cost $8 per season, game's fun, but I strongly disagree with this approach to monetization. I miss the days where you could just get a DLC pack and get what you paid for rather than having to grind your ass off for a month or worry about exclusive outfits going away forever. Now every game's jumping on the Battle Pass bandwagon, and it seems to be worming its way into fighting games, and it's really irritating me. Yeah, I don't like Battle Passes if you play a lot of it. If you play a lot of games, you can't, like, subscribe to every single Battle Pass. It's, like, impossible. There's not enough time in the day unless you don't have a fucking job. Like, unless A, your job is streaming, or B, you don't have one. Like, you can't finish every single Battle Pass. It's impossible. Battle Passes need to be shorter, legitimately, I think. I think that's the bigger issue, is if they just make Battle Passes shorter, I don't hate Battle Passes as much. But I can see how someone who plays multiple games finds this a problem and is like really annoyed. You can technically just buy the full battle pass, but it's really expensive to do that way just to get the rewards you want, which is also shitty and scummy, right? They're like, oh, if you didn't, motherfucker, you didn't finish the battle pass, pay us $15 for the rest of the tiers that you missed. Like, and that's really shitty too. That's awful. It's like really predatory monetization disguised as a choice, and it's pretty bad. But overall, I think Battle Passes are healthier than a lot of the other alternatives we could be getting. Because it's like, you don't actually have to interact with them at all. You don't have to. You can be like, yeah, I like this game, I like that skin, but I'm not doing a Battle Pass. Bye. Like, there's definitely skins I've missed in games that I played. Like Paladins. I had both of the Rumbleverse Battle Passes, I'm lying. Paladins, Rogue Company, the Final. I missed a bunch of fucking skins. Because I'm like, I'm not interacting with that Battle Pass, I don't play it enough. If you play it enough, it's not even a grind. So it just depends how much you play the game and if you're willing to invest the time into it to get the reward. Same thing with like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Battle Pass. The Mastered one. Like, I don't know. I'm not a Battle Pass hater. I do think they could be shorter. They could definitely stand to be shorter with how many games have Battle Passes now. And I think they should understand that, because there's no way in the world that every player is going to finish your pass. But if you make it shorter and easier to attain the rewards, more people are more likely to buy it because they have a higher chance of making it to the end of the pass, so they won't feel like they wasted their money. Hey, it's Anila. That's my girl. I gotta buy this game just to play Anila. I love Sheep Girl. Let's go, Sheep. All right, Under Night Ember 2. Let's go, Sheep Girl. Love her. Woo! All right. Let's take a look. Let's look at the... Ooh! Ooh, this game has mostly positive reviews? Whoa! Okay. Someone please send a single PC to Japan so they can figure out what it is. Oh yeah, the game like wasn't working properly on launch, right? Was super excited about this game, pre-ordered it, but was disappointed when it came out and refunded it. Damn. Okay, you can play it under 2 hours, right? They fixed most of the issues. Nice. Altum theme? Okay. Very fun, good fluid controls, needs more players, hop on. It's $50. Fun, highly skill-based anime fighter. Came with Season 1 with no extra charge, good music although some reused from the last game, super bare bones content-wise, lazy story, just pictures and talking, low res of 720p. Game isn't worth more than $10, but I paid $50 for it. Imagine the people who paid $70 for the deluxe. So, here's my thing. This is perfect. I like that one a lot. So a game is worth however much you feel like you're going to play it. If the opportunity cost is low, you're more likely to try it, as in free or $10, right? But if you know you're going to play a game a lot, what the fuck is wrong with a $50 purchase, right? Soul Calibur 6, I have bought 3 times over. It was $60. I bought on the Xbox as a disc. I bought it as a disc on PS4. I bought it digital on PS4, and I bought it on PC. So I bought it 4 times, actually. And then I think I bought one for like a friend. I don't remember who I bought it for, but I'm certain I bought in Soul Calibur for at least 1 or 2 people. So let's say I bought Soul Calibur 6 times. 3 times at least 3 times full price. Do I think that the $180 plus all the DLC I spent? Yeah, I really bought it that time. My wife is looking at me crazy like, you really bought that many copies of Soul Calibur? Yes, I believe I did. The amount of money that I put into Soul Calibur, do I think it was worth that? Yes, because of how much hours of time and enjoyment I put into the game and had with the game. Yes, I do believe that my original $60 investment plus the deluxe edition, I bought the deluxe edition, so it was like $90, plus the Season 2 DLC, plus buying it on Xbox to get S-Ring on Xbox, and buying it on PC, I do think that that was worth it. So it all depends on how you feel about your time versus your money. So if you're a broke boy and you think $10 for hundreds, potentially hundreds of hours of enjoyment is too expensive at $50, that's your prerogative. But this is like the most broke boy shit I've ever seen. There's no way you should think in your mind that something that you're going to get hundreds of hours of enjoyment out of, if you play it enough, is only worth $10. This guy, unfortunately, only has 8.6 hours in the game, so I can't say that this is him. But for other people who have played or will play for hundreds of hours, $10 is far too little. The developer would be shut the fuck down. Like, they wouldn't make any money from a purchase like that. I had to pause the music for that. I just had to, man. I like Uni, but I keep getting a bug that makes the game rapidly reset in the screen rapidly reset in training mode and completely kills the controls in real matches until I restart my PC. I would love to change this review when they fix the issue, but right now I hate that the game randomly becomes unplayable until I restart my PC just for it to inevitably become unplayable again. It's too much of a hassle. Yeah, that is a problem. That is a problem. I think that's fixed, but it was a problem. Best fighting game on the market now with rollback netcode. Good game shit port. Game is unplayable unless I restart my PC and don't unplug or plug any controller. So basically worthless. That is pretty bad. That's really bad. I assume if there's reviews on like the PlayStation Store, that it's probably better on the PlayStation Store because of the fact that the game was working from day one on PlayStation. It was just a really crappy PC port, unfortunately. Is there any more fighting games we're missing? Were those all the recent fighting games? Steam Deck compatibility unsupported? Oh, that's so unfortunate. That is so unfortunate. Super Smash Brothers? That's not on Steam. I can't look up a Steam review of Super Smash Brothers. Also, Super Smash Brothers is not recent. That came out on the Nintendo 64. No. It's not going to show up. As you see, it didn't show up. Oh, man. You're so funny, man. You're so funny. What other games have came out? Street Fighter 6 was last year. I think we already looked at Street Fighter's reviews. They're all very positive. But let's see if we can find some negative ones. This was left by my friend? Kino, come on, man. Alright. Let's look at what Kino has to say. Okay. This review is 100% based in personal taste. First things first, this is technically a well-made game, thank you for admitting that, but it is a boring experience. It is the most boring experience I've had with a fighting game in my memory. Holy crap, I also wish Bloody Roar would come back. What up, Benji? How you doing, bro? I don't recommend it to people who play 3D fighting games or fast-paced fighting games, unless you like taking naps in between rounds. I find that funny. I'm gonna funny it, because I think Street Fighter 6 is like very aggressive and significantly faster than other Street Fighter games. Also, I come from 3D fighters, and I have literally no issue with Street Fighter 6. Like, I guess I do have a fundamental issue with Street Fighter 6, how there's not enough overheads. So it's like you catch people walking back, or you catch people not being able to react to an overhead because they got mental stacked. But generally, you can just hold down back for like almost everything, and then you have to like guess on a throw, and because there's delay teching, and the delay tech window is so fucking big, it's actually genuinely hard to open people up sometimes in Street Fighter 6, but other than that, I mean, Street Fighter is a fine game. I don't really find an issue with this game. The game itself is good, but there shouldn't be microtransactions in a $100 game. This game's not $100. How the fuck did you pay $100 for Street Fighter? Isn't it 60? What the fuck? But yeah, I agree. Once again, I agree. There should not be microtransactions in a Australian dollars? Aussie dollars. Ah, yeah, it probably is 100 Aussie dollars, huh? No, no, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. That's actually Aussie dollars. Yeah, it's probably $100 Aussie. It's probably 90, like $95 or something. You're right. I like this game. It's good. Mommy jury, Han, feet, mommy jury, feet, mommy, goo goo gaga. Okay, that gave me brain rot. You niggas are so horny. What's your... That guy has a jury profile pic. He's not even joking. Oh man, I'm sorry. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. 6 is better than 4 and 5? I think 6 might be better than 5. I don't know if it's better than 4. And I don't even really like 4 that. I think it is the best entry that I've played and liked. Like outside of like Alpha 3. Is this another horny poster? Oh man, they're all so hot. Like, Chun-Li looks so good. She's a gilf. She's 55, in parentheses. And we have a muscle mommy too. Plenty of exposed feet. What is wrong with people? I just know Blanca and Zangief have tasty swoles. What is happening? What is happening? Why are all these DOA players playing Street Fighter? Help! Oh man. Okay. Woo, I think I'm done laughing. Ooh, is there any other... I can't think of any recent fighting games, man. I think that's it. But that's okay, because, I mean, at least we got a laugh at the end of a Street Fighter, right? Four Friends want this game? Game Genie wants it. Deala Neko wants it. Raztalk wants it. And MF Coffee wants it. I can't believe MF Coffee wants Street Fighter, but is on Mortal Kombat. How about you like save up for like 2 weeks and you buy Street Fighter 6 and you quit Mortal Kombat forever. I wonder if I left a review on this game. I don't think I did, right? Should I go back for all the games that I've played in this list? Should I go back and leave reviews real quick? So let me do that. I never leave Steam reviews, so we're gonna do it. How can I leave a review? How do I do that? I don't know how to leave Steam reviews. I've never done it, so I have no idea how to do this. Okay, Street Fighter 6. Where do I go to leave my own review? Yeah, there's so few negative reviews, too. In library? Thank you, I appreciate that. You're a real one. Okay, so let's go to Street Fighter 6. So from library. Oh, I did leave a review. Look at that. This is my first SF and I made it to Master Rank. Good game. I already left a review. Okay, so let's go double check Tekken 8, which I don't think I've left a review. Write a review for Tekken 8. You played 133.5 hours. Okay. So we will write a review. I do recommend this game. There we go. Did you guys read what I put, or do I have to say it out loud real quick? This is a funny 3D fighter where mashing feels good and lots of buttons have the anime effect. Fundamentally, I hate safe movement in 3D fighters, but pressing buttons is fun, and the characters have good personality. Because, I mean, that's legitimately how I feel. I would like Tekken if the movement wasn't safe. That's it. That's all I want. That's all I want. Is there another fighting game that I own that's recent that I didn't leave a review for? I think that's it. Because, I mean, I could say that Pocket Bravery is recent, and we could go look at the reviews, but I don't know if we want to count this. Did I leave a review? Dude, it's $20. Stop being a brokey if you like classic era 2D inspired fighting games. Love that for me. Already left a review. Love that. Hey, I'm waiting for the new character. Where's the character at, man? There's like 2 new characters or 3 new characters coming out, and they got announced, but still haven't been showed off.